Hey scholars, this is Miss Williams again, and I'm here with a mini lesson on capitalization. So, many of the assignments that I give you guys is some sort of assessment so that I can see what you guys are learning or what it is that I need to teach you. One of the assignments that I gave you guys included request for you to send me or send your teachers an email just introducing yourself and telling us a little bit about yourself. In that email, I wanted to see about your writing, how you're writing. And I noticed that a lot of you don't capitalize your letters, the letter I, or many of the words in your email. So I wanted to do a quick review on capitalization for you just to brush up your knowledge. And if you have any more questions, we can discuss that during our virtual class. So let's go. All right, so one of the most important components in distinguishing formal writing from informal writing is being sure to capitalize the correct letter and the correct words. So what's the difference between formal writing and informal writing? Formal writing is the writing used when you communicate with a teacher, an employer, a community leader, and people in a position of authority, okay? And informal writing is the writing used when you communicate with a friend or a family member, a classmate, or someone who's familiar to you. All right, so let's start with the first one. The pronoun I. All right, the pronoun I is whenever you use when you speak of yourself in the first person. Here's my example here. After I logged into Schoology, I was able to see all of the courses that were assigned to me. Do you see here how we're using I? I'm speaking of myself in first person. So I'm going to always capitalize that I. Just remember that I am important enough to be capitalized in sentences. Number 2, the days of the week. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and so forth. All of those days should be capitalized when writing. Whether you're using abbreviations or you are writing those words completely out, they should always be capitalized. The months of the year. So all 12 months, they should always be capitalized. Same deal, whether it's abbreviated or if it's spelled out. You should always capitalize the months of the year. Holidays. Here's my example. Now that I am older, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's Day all happen much more quickly. Notice Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's Day are all holidays. Therefore, they're capitalized. Number 5, always capitalize the first letter of the first word in a sentence. So anytime that you're writing a sentence, always begin that sentence with a capital letter. Here's my example. Did you know that the 2020 census determines which states get federal funding and how much they will get? It's everyone's civic duty to complete their census. So this little blurb has 2 sentences, and each sentence begins with a capital letter. Proper nouns. And if we need a review on proper nouns, let me know. But proper nouns are specific persons, places, or things, not general ones, specific people. Okay? Here's my example. As of last week, all pictures of Robert E. Lee were taken down from the high school in Montgomery, Alabama on Ann Street. Notice Robert E. Lee's name is a proper noun. Also, Montgomery is a proper noun because I am naming a city. Alabama is a proper noun because I am naming a state. And Ann Street is a proper noun because I am naming a specific street, Ann Street. Number 7, titles. To introduce Gothic literature, I usually watch Michael Jackson's Thriller before we read Frankenstein. All right, so Thriller is the title of Michael Jackson's song and his video. Frankenstein is the title of a novel. Number 8, brands. My example, my neighbor spilled orange Kool-Aid all over her white Nike Air Max. Kool-Aid is a brand of drink. Nike Air Max is a brand of shoes. Number 9, names. You'll always capitalize names first, middle, and last. Here's my example. The first story we will discuss this year is Where is Here by Joyce Carol Oates. It's on page 69 in your textbook. Notice here our author uses 3 names, Joyce Carol Oates. All of the first letters of her name are capitalized. And lastly, important historic events. The Montgomery bus boycott lasted 381 days. Currently, the Black Lives Matter protest in Portland, Oregon, stemming from George Floyd's murder, have lasted more than 70 days so far. So the Montgomery bus boycott is a very important historic event. Black Lives Matter is also an important event and organization, so they'd be capitalized. All right, so let's recap for a second. Watch this video.
Capitalization rules. Capitalization is so important. Let's go over the top 10 capitalization rules. Number 1, always capitalize the pronoun I. Just remember, you are important enough to be capitalized. Number 2, always capitalize days of the week. Number 3, always capitalize months of the year. Number 4, always capitalize holidays. Number 5, always capitalize the first letter of the first word in a sentence. Number 6, always capitalize names of specific places, cities, states, countries, and continents, rivers, oceans, lakes, just to name a few. Number 7, always capitalize titles of books, movies, plays, TV shows, magazines, bands, and sports teams. Number 8, always capitalize brand names. This includes toys, snacks, and clothing. Number 9, always capitalize the first letter of people's first, middle, and last names. Number 10, always capitalize important historical events. And now, it's time for writing.
All right, that's it, guys. So you've got the 10 major things that you should capitalize in your writing. At this time, there's an assessment on Schoology. Go ahead and take that. You can take it as many times as you like to. And if you still need some adjustments or you still need some practice, let me know. I'll see you guys in class or in the next video.